From the Sultanate of Oman television, first the headlines. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sends a cable of greetings to His Highness the Emir of Kuwait on his country's National Day. With operational cost exceeding $500 million, mining works in Al Ghazain copper mine in the Wilaya of Khabura have started. And China calls for ceasefire and peace talks between Ukraine and Russia. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sent a cable of greetings to His Highness Sheikh Nawaf Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah, Emir of Kuwait, on his country's National Day. The Sultanate of Oman and the Holy See Vatican in New York signed the joint statement on the establishment of diplomatic relations based on the relations of cooperation and friendship between them. The statement was signed on behalf of the government of the Sultanate of Oman by His Excellency Ambassador Dr. Mohammed bin Awad Al Hassan, Permanent Representative of the Sultanate of Oman to the United Nations, and on behalf of the government of the Holy See Vatican, Archbishop Gabriel Caccia, Permanent Representative of the Holy See Vatican to the United Nations. With operational costs exceeding $500 million, the mining works in Al Ghazain copper mine in the Wilaya of Al Khabura have started. The project is considered to be first of its kind in the Sultanate of Oman. The mine is expected to have over 6 million tons of copper. The opening ceremony was held under the auspices of His Excellency Engineer Salim bin Nasser Al Aufi, Minister of Energy and Minerals. Preparations for the project started in 2011 after conducting the necessary feasibility and environmental studies to review the project impact on the environment, the profitability, and the element of future job creation. The copper mine will operate at the subsurface level to extract copper and is expected to start commercial operation in the second quarter next year. China called for a ceasefire between Ukraine and Russia and the start of peace talks between them. China made it clear that its proposal comes from its neutral position on both sides of the conflict, despite announcing its unlimited relations with Moscow and not criticizing the war, and previously accusing the West of provoking the conflict by supplying weapons to Ukraine. The United States has accused China of being willing to provide Russia with military assistance, something Beijing says lack evidence. Ukraine's president has vowed to push forward for victory in 2023, as he and other Ukrainians today marked the first anniversary of Russia's life-changing invasion. As the day dawned on a day of activity and defiance, President Volodymyr Zelensky wrote on Twitter that Ukrainians had proven their invincibility in what he called a year of pain, grief, faith, and unity. He added that 2023 will be the year of Ukraine's victory. In its emergency meeting at the level of permanent delegates in Cairo, the Arab League stressed the need to provide international protection for the Palestinian people against the systematic practices, the continuous Israeli violations, and the recent escalation steps in the city of Nablus. The meeting stressed the importance of supporting all regional and international efforts exerted to advance the peace process in the Middle East and to put an end to legal practices that threaten reaching a two-state solution and establishing an independent Palestinian state with East Jerusalem as its capital. The military said Israeli forces conducted strikes on the Gaza Strip after rockets were fired from the area, a day after a raid in the flashpoint city of Nablus sparked clashes in which 11 Palestinians were killed and over 100 wounded. Earlier, the military said 6 rockets have been fired from the Gaza Strip, 5 of which were intercepted by air defense systems, while 1 fell on an open area. The death toll from the massive earthquake that hit parts of Turkey and Syria on February 6th continued to rise as more bodies are retrieved from the rubble of demolished buildings. A magnitude 6.4 earthquake that struck that already battered province of Hatay this week damaged or demolished more buildings, compounding the devastation. Turkish Interior Minister Süleyman Soylu has raised the number of fatalities in Turkey from the magnitude 7.8 earthquake to 43,556. Soylu said teams were sifting through 2 buildings in the hard-hit Hatay province in search of further bodies. Search operations elsewhere have come to an end, he said. Meanwhile, at least 164,000 buildings have either collapsed or are so damaged that they need to be demolished, said Murat Kurum, Turkey's Minister for the Environment and the Urbanization. North Korea said today it test-fired long-range cruise missiles in waters off its eastern coast a day earlier, adding to a provocative streak in weapons demonstration as its rivals step up military training. The launches would have taken place as the United States and South Korea held a simulated military exercise in Washington aimed at sharpening their response to North Korean nuclear threats. Pyongyang's official Korean Central News Agency said the exercise involved 4 missiles, which flew for nearly 3 hours after being launched from a northeastern coastal area, drawing oval and figure-8 patterns above the sea, and showed that they can hit targets 2,000 kilometers away. Still to come on News Bulletin. Greenhouses in Lisk town at the wilaya of Al-Madibi contribute in increasing production and enhancing food security. The Sultanate of Oman celebrates today the Omani Teachers' Day in appreciation of the teacher's great and noble efforts in preparing a generation armed with science and knowledge and rising towards higher horizons that contribute to building the nation and its progress. The celebration of the Omani Teachers' Day comes in recognition of their contribution in shaping the minds of the young students, but also for their efforts in instilling good values and practices. The number of Omani teachers reached 58,704 male and female teachers, including 18,080 male teachers with an Omanization rate of 71.3% and 40,624 female teachers with an Omanization rate of 90.6%. The Ministry of Labor conducted a series of job exams for a number of jobs in the wilaya of Salalah and the governorate of Dhofar. Candidates that fulfilled the job descriptions have competed for vacancies available in government units in the governorate of Dhofar based on their level of academic education. The Municipal Council in the Governorate of Dhahira discussed during its second meeting this year a number of issues concerning the Governorate, including the expansion of the residential and industrial land scheme in the wilayas and the initial design for a number of future tourism and infrastructure projects. The meeting was chaired by His Excellency Najib bin Ali Al-Rawas, Governor of Dhahira and the Municipal Council Chairman. The protected greenhouses in the Lizq village in the wilaya of Al-Madhibi is deemed to an example of the successful food security projects in the Sultanate of Oman. The project is built on 123 acres of land and more than 11 million Omani riyals was invested in the greenhouse project. 55 greenhouses focus on mainly producing a variety of green leaf vegetables in addition to cucumber and strawberry. The project aims at contributing to food security targets in the Sultanate of Oman and provide more jobs for social security families and aims also to open marketing outlet. The project seeks to expand its lines of production to include also fruits such as grapes and fig. Oman School Sports Association organized the 2023 Barzaman School Run entitled Barzaman School Marathon, and we have more details in the following report.
Oman School Sports Association organised the 2023 Barzaman School Run entitled Barzaman School Marathon in As-Sahwa Gardens within Muscat Governorate, with the participation of more than 200 students from Muscat educational schools and around 200 parents, children and families.
Environment itself, this family-oriented environment, is very important. We see parents and their children having a nice time, and at the same time they're doing something very productive. So I went around the exhibition. I've seen lots of other I should say organizations participating here today, and it shows that how this community together is going to be a better community for our children.
The race held a 1.5 kilometre competition for the male category and a 1 kilometre for the female category of students from the public and private and international schools in the Governorates of Muscat, who ages between 9 and 10 years old. The event aims to build a healthy lifestyle amongst children and young students participating in the race, also spread awareness and beneficial sports culture among students and promote the concept of sport as a way to live.
Actually, we are aiming through our strategy in Oman School Sport Association to, conduct different activities, which is like attract different level from the students in the school, and I hope that we are achieved our goals through this event.
Such school sports events provide a unique opportunity for students to develop physical fitness, mental strength and social skills. Also, it enables students to develop a healthy lifestyle, which is essential for their overall well-being.
It's noteworthy that on the sidelines of this race, some activities were done for the participants from students and their families, which included a children's theatre activities and general hygiene and environmental preservation activities, implementation of health awareness campaigns, face painting, walking activities, setting up a corner for Oman Diabetes Association, and interactive games. More than 400 participants were witnessed here in this competition. Such events builds the kids' confidence and pushes them forward. For Oman TV, Ahmed bin Hilal al-Busaidi, Muscat.
Thank you, Ahmed. And now another report about the third edition of Oman Pediatric Society Conference 2023 commenced today amid huge number of experts in the field. Let's watch this report.
Under the theme Together for Better Care, the third edition of Oman Pediatric Society International Conference 2023 kicked off today in Muscat, with attendance of over 350 healthcare professionals.
The main purpose of this conference is to gather all the expertise in pediatrics so they can collaborate in terms of how to better child health in Oman.
This International Pediatric Conference is one of the international platforms that present the latest development through latest research papers on different areas of pediatrics and current technologies used for betterment of child health. The gathering of healthcare practitioners such as pediatricians, family medicine physicians, and other interested physicians together with nurses jointly focusing their discussions on a multidisciplinary approach for the treatment of pediatric diseases that include 6 educational, interactive and hands-on workshops on pediatric medicine like non-invasive ventilation, home ventilation and care, assessment of adolescent in clinical setting and liver diseases.
It was an honor to be part of this conference and to come all the way from Saudi Arabia and to participate as a keynote speaker in the 3rd annual International Conference of Pediatrics in Oman, advocating for different subgroups of children and different subspecialties together with colleagues from Oman under the theme of Together for Better Care.
The conference featured distinguished experts in the field and key opinion leaders to impart their knowledge and in the area of the division of adolescent health and medicine. The concerned experts are committed to improve this area.
It gives me a great pleasure to be today here in the conference to present a very interesting workshop in adolescent health. This is a unique area in Sultanate of Oman, introduced a couple of years ago to enable Omani physicians to lead in this field of medicine.
At the conference, we came across a young participant who wanted to accompany her mother, a pediatrician. She had this to say.
It was a very good opportunity to see pediatricians talking about how to take care of us, and I managed to write some notes.
Wonderful. I wish you all the best. What do you want to become in the future?
A teacher, but I can also say a pediatrician is also a good work. It's a good work and it helps take care of other people.
But you don't want to become pediatrician, you want to become a teacher?
Yes.
Preparing teachers who are also going to become doctors. All the best, Shifa. An innovative and informative international conference reflecting the direction of pediatrics in the 21st century that offers a wide range of diversion to participants of all background in medicine. This two-day pediatric conference with its workshops indeed do provide an excellent opportunity in discussing the latest development in the field. Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubi'i, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
Thank you, Mr. Abdullah, and thank you, Shifa. We wish you all the best. And this is the Sultanate of Oman Television. Before we end tonight's news bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sends a cable of greetings to His Highness the Emir of Kuwait on his country's National Day. With operational costs exceeding $500 million, mining works in Al Ghazain copper mine in the Wilaya of Al Khabura have started. And China calls for ceasefire and peace talks between Ukraine and Russia. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios is good night and stay safe.